Hello everybody, so what I have for you today is the Nitecore NPL20 460 lumen pistol light. Now I've had the opportunity to have this light for probably a month and a half, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that now, maybe 7 weeks, but I've put it through its paces and I am pretty impressed with this little light, especially at the price that it comes in at. Now I am going to do a couple comparisons to its closest competitor, which is probably the Olight PL Mini, Mini Valkyrie, whatever it is, the PL Mini. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm going to do some comparisons because this really at a lower price comes in with better statistics and better numbers than what that does. So we're going to get into some of those numbers. We're going to get some close-up shots, and as you saw in the beginning, there was plenty of use and abuse to this thing. So let's get it down on the table, get you some close-up looks at it, give you some specifications on it, and tell you my final thoughts. All right, so here it is, everybody. A little bit closer up look at it. This screws off and takes a CR123 battery. It does not have a toolless mount like some others do, but if you're going to use this since you can change the battery out of the front, if you're going to leave this on the gun, that's not as big a deal. It has the same switches on each side, so it's ambi controls and it doesn't reverse itself. And of course, being press and hold is temporary, press quickly is on, and press 3 times is strobe. Of course, nobody actually has a use for strobe. Some branding on the bottom is the NPL20, and it is 460 lumens. Now, as you can see here, it's taken quite a bit of abuse there, where it's beat up the tail or the cap here a little bit from doing drop tests with it and things like that, and it just keeps running and running and running. The whatever 4 or so drops that you saw me do at the beginning of the video, I have done that probably 10 times, and it says it is shock resistant or drop tested at 1 meter. Well, that's like just over 3 feet. Being 6 foot tall at head level, I'm looking at 1.5 meters, almost 2 meters that I'm actually dropping this thing at, and it just keeps going and going and going. So it's pretty impressive with that thing. Now they're saying that the peak beam distance is 83 yards, which I can believe. And here's some quick footage in my backyard at shorter ranges, but it gives you an idea of the power of the light. So another quick test here. The shed is about between 20 and 21 yards away, and then the fence is about 25 yards. So as you can see, I mean, the hot spot is not concentrated. It's got a nice wide area that you can see. The flood stops quite a ways away. You know, it takes a while for us to lose the shed there, and of course, being to my naked eye, I can see more than the camera does, but you know, it's fairly close. Now it also says that it will be that 460 lumens for a full 50 minutes. And again, I said I'm going to compare it to its nearest competitor a little bit, whereas Olight's dims as it goes a little bit. It doesn't hold on to its full 400 lumens in the PL Mini. So that has, not only is this about $10 less right now as of September 2020, and not only is this light $10 less, but it's 60 lumens higher, has a candela level is 1460 candela. The PL Mini is 1400. This is 460 lumens. The Olight is 400. This has a 83 yard throw. The Olight has a 75 meter beam distance. And I think one of the nicer things about this is that you don't have to rely on some magnetic charging port that attracts metal shavings and is magnetized and actually has juice running through it. This has a common battery size for this style of light, so you don't have to junk the light or throw the light away or get rid of the light. If there's something wrong with the power of it, you just change the battery and you keep going. So that is super handy, and of course you can put a rechargeable in this, so you still have about the same recharging options. So overall, it's a $10 cheaper light with a higher performance in every aspect. And you've seen the drop tests, and you've seen the body beat up on it, things like that. I just think you're getting a really good light for what it is, for being a small, very small compact light. Now, there's got to be a downside, right? There has to be a downside. There's never that perfect thing, right? I don't like the switch. I don't like the switches. I don't like that you can't do a quick, right? You can't do a quick on off. Not as quick as with like rocker switches on the stream lights, like the Streamlight, TLR1 HL, things like that have the rocker switch on it. You can do a really quick burst light with it, which is very nice if you've ever done any low light work. But you know, again, this type of switch isn't proprietary to Nitecore, so it's not like they're the only ones that run it, and that's really the only downfall that I can find with this light. I think it's evenly priced for what it's capable of, and yeah, I don't have a whole lot other negative to say about it other than the style of switch they use. So my final thoughts on this light is, you know, as mentioned, it resembles the Streamlight XC1, and I believe it might even take the same holster, but for somebody that wants what I am going to call a pretty bulletproof, I mean, this thing's taken some abuse, a pretty bulletproof light with plenty of lumens and plenty of candela for home defense, and don't want to spend the $300 price tag of Streamlight, I think this is going to be a fantastic option for those people. You know, I'm not a fan of this style of button, but it is on a lot of different lights, so it's not like it's just Nitecore that uses this. But I'm not a big fan of this style button because it's hard to get very short bursts of light with it. Other than that, I think it's a fantastic pistol light. It would do somebody really great for a nightstand gun, for a home defense gun, things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link below. Check it out. See what you think of it, and yeah, if you're looking for a really small compact pistol light, I think this is probably a really good way for you to go. That's all I got for you today. Don't forget to check out hats and shirts and merch that I'm selling. Bunch of other links down below to support the channel. Of course, like and share, subscribe, hit that little subscribe button because that helps out a lot, and we'll talk to you later.